All right, so this is Danny Gutierrez. We are here at Academy of Self-Defense, and I am with Mike Wroda.
What's going on, guys?
Thank you so much for joining me.
Anytime. Thanks for being here, Danny.
Thank you. So, what is your MMA record?
I have a 2-1 amateur record. I fought a little bit when I was younger, and they kind of expunged one of them, so I'm at 2-1, but it should probably be 3-1.
Alrighty. So, how long have you been competing in amateur mixed martial arts?
Seriously, probably for maybe like a handful of years, but I mean, I've been training mixed martial arts for close to over a decade now. It's just as I got a little bit older and you had to work, I didn't get so much into training, and now that my work is kind of settled, I'm competing a lot more. All right.
So, do you plan on making your professional mixed martial arts debut?
Eventually I would like to. I was talking even with my trainer. I'd like to do a couple more amateur fights, possibly get a title shot, and then eventually move to professional. Do a couple of them. I'm not looking to start like a career, but I would like to have that experience and get that out there.
So that does kind of piggyback off of my next question: is how far do you want to take mixed martial arts in general? So
to the like what you just asked, basically the professional level. I would like to have some experience in it. I've trained with a couple of professional guys, so I mean, people coming around and just helping out and stuff like that. So I have been exposed to that kind of training, but it's just it's definitely a goal I would like to get to.
Not going to name any names here, but we will keep it confidential. But that is some pretty good information.
Okay.
So you've competed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments?
Yes, sir.
Quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel those tournaments prep you for your upcoming bouts?
Honestly, I think they help a lot. I mean, any type of fight preparation and kind of fight anxiety that's going to help you, you're going to get it doing any type of tournament. You do a boxing match, kickboxing match, whatever it may be. But yeah, it definitely helps a lot. I mean, the biggest thing, of course, is mentality. I mean, that's like 90% of the fight, and that definitely helps you get used to it. It definitely does a lot of stress in your brain and stuff like that and gets you mentally prepared. So it is a huge, sorry to say huge so many times, but it is a huge tool to use, and it definitely helps to be competing a lot, regardless of what it is.
That's all right. The mental game is pretty much the whole game, right?
Yes, definitely.
So how long have you been training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu exclusively?
Exclusively, probably, I'd say about 8 years. Even though, yes, the decade I've been training. The first couple of years, I wasn't hardcore into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like going and doing gi classes and all that and working on promotions. But probably about 7 years ago is when I started going to our trainer, who's Leo Valdez, who is out of Randori Jiu-Jitsu in Homer Glen. He just kind of told me, hey, maybe you should take it a little bit more seriously, especially with the fighting and the competing. So I did, and ever since then, it's just been kind of continuous. So I'm at my purple belt right now, hopefully trying to get my brown belt soon. So yeah, it's been a while.
Purple belt under Jeff Waldrum, who was under the tutelage of
Leo. Yes, actually, my purple belt is from Leo.
Oh, okay.
I go directly to Leo for my promotions and stuff like that. Yes, so I am technically a student under Leo as well as Jeff. But yes, all my promotions usually come from Leo.
The lineage runs deep here at the Academy of Self-Defense.
Yes. Yep.
So how strongly do you feel about your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills heading into your bouts?
I always feel good about it. Of course, that's usually one of my strong points. I never am really super worried about it. But, I mean, of course, it is what it is. It's the fight game. Someone can walk in that thing and catch you good, and you get a little rattled, and they get on top of you and finish you off or choke you out. But, I mean, of course, I've been doing this a while, so my confidence in that area is definitely a little high.
So Chris Graham is also going to be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
How does having a training partner that's fighting on the same card help build your confidence?
Oh, a lot. I mean, it goes back to the mental prep thing. I mean, you have other guys that are training their butts off and really hard, and they're pushing that intensity and that pace, and it's great. Especially Chris. Chris is a killer. I mean, the guy hits like a freaking semi-truck, so that's really good. And we have so many southpaws at our gym, too, so it's like I have every type of fighting stance and style. I have wrestlers, kickboxers, karate guys, jiu-jitsu guys to train with, so it's very good. And like again, especially having Chris, it's intense because the guy pushes a really strong pace, kicks, punches super hard, so it's definitely gets you prepared very well for that.
So this isn't the first time, or is this the first time you've had a training partner on the same card?
No, this isn't my first time. We usually, when we fight, we'll have, sometimes it'll be a single guy or something like that, but usually we have a little bit of a crew. So, we have a couple of guys. Last fight I had, we had a guy on our card. Before that, my last fight, before that was 3 dudes on the card. So we usually have a good amount of guys on the card with us.
Alrighty, so that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, Mike Wroda, for joining us on
appreciate it.
The Total Fight Mike, and we will see you guys in the sequel.
All right, let's go.
This is Danny Gutierrez here at the Academy of Self-Defense, and I'm joined with Chris Graham. Chris, how you doing?
Good, pretty good. Just finished wrapping up some much-needed cardio and conditioning, so feeling pretty great.
It's working hard. So what is your record, your kickboxing record?
My kickboxing record right now is 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw.
Alrighty. So when did you decide to compete in amateur kickboxing?
It came to me actually after I graduated out of high school. I started training here at this particular gym since 2007, off and on. Not sure what I really was going to do with it. I just know I had to get in shape, lose weight, work on bettering myself on a mental note. So it was one of those things where I was like, okay, could I do this? And have my first fight, and it was like, okay. Took a black eye. I was like, yeah, this is, and it's one of those things where it's like I took that loss and it was like a learning experience. And I tell anybody, you get your feet wet first to see if you can really deal with getting punched against somebody that's trained just as much as you, if not equally harder. And it's like, can you really deal with the pressure? And it's like, if you can take a few hits and you can shake it off and get back to it, then yeah, it's worth trying to pursue it. If it's something that you really want to do.
Would you consider that black eye a badge, a metaphysical badge?
Oh yeah, but I feel like it came because I blew my nose after the fight.
That's right.
So
they say you should never blow your nose when you get punched. Yeah.
Like with Cerrone and Ferguson?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
At the end of the second round, he blew his nose right before the beginning of the third, and then
that's exactly how
what
I felt.
happened to my eye?
I was like, I was like, oh, okay.
Experiences. So, what is your goal when you decide to train? So, when Chris Graham walks in the Academy Self-Defense, what's the goal?
The goal is to continue to improve, to sharpen my skills. I mean, me and Jeff have been talking about it, and going pro after a few more amateur fights is the next opportunity. So, just looking to pursue a long term, because like I tell people, this is stuff that I really enjoy doing. Like, whether I'm weight training or, working out in here, helping a lot of the younger people, teenagers and stuff, it's fun. It's stuff that I really enjoy. And it's like, I wouldn't know how to live with pursuing life further if I didn't pursue this as a long-term professional goal.
If you're not living your passion, you're not living, right? So, what motivates you to compete?
Seeing a lot of people who I follow on Facebook or, Instagram, or just hearing people that compete, whether they've trained and, fell off the wagon from training, due to life or whatever the case may be. And it's like that passion, they talk with so much fire. And it's like, you don't want to wait until you get to a certain age and point in your life to where you don't, finish what you start. And I've been running into so many different people, whether they're boxers, MMA fighters, pro fighters, they just say, just keep the ball rolling. It's like, that's one of those things that I truly believe in. It's like, when I'm training, when it's time to make weight, week of the fight, everybody's always talking about being nervous. I'm like, I made this walk a few times now, so it's like my body and mind is used to it. I just afraid to get in there and have fun.
You see a lot of faces come and go in this game.
Yeah.
How has martial arts helped you in your health?
Health-wise, oh my goodness. It's not just the physical, but spiritual. Martial arts, a lot of things that people don't know, has saved me from myself, because I was in a very, very, very dark place, like depression. I mean, I had everything just about going for me, like as far as family, love, and stuff like that, but just from within, it was something I needed to change. I knew it was something I needed to do to shift that. And like I tell anybody, weight training, martial arts, it's made me the person I am today.
So when you think about guys like Tyson Fury, guys that come out like that with mental health problems, kind of helps you out a little bit, doesn't it? Because you're not the only one struggling with something like that.
It's one of those things where you don't know who to talk to it about. You don't know how people are going to look at you. But it's like, if you find something that starts to shift for you and it's for the good, then it's something that you keep doing. And that's one of the reasons why my personality has transformed just as much as my outer appearance, because of what I have to do on the inside.
So you and your training partner, Mike Wroda, are going to be fighting on the same card. Does that motivate you more? Or does that make you a little more nervous?
When me and a few of the guys from the same gym are competing on cards, me, him, and Corey Fucker all fought in May of last year together. All three of us won our fights. And it's like, when everybody's fighting, at least 2 or 3 of us fighting on the same card, we're pushing each other, not as if we're going harder than what we're supposed to, but we're all looking to bring back the W to our gym. So it's always a good feeling, and it's like a good group of us that are competing. Like Wednesday night, we had like maybe 15 or 20 of us training. And me, Darius, and Mike got put through a gauntlet where we just spar nonstop. So it's like when all 3 of us or 4 of us are competing at one time, to me it feels great.
Well, that is all the time that we have today. Thank you, Chris, so much for joining us on Total Fight Mike. We will see you guys in the sequel. Join us January 25th, Saturday, January 25th. Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you.